Okay, we can never stop talking about the Bengals. Heck, they just made the Super Bowl a few months ago, so it's always a talker on a Friday night. And now we have James Rapien of allbengals.com and Sports Illustrated here with us tonight. Should I say James Rapien, like they always said on these Super Bowl Zoom calls? You were Rapien, right? That was your thing?
Oh, yeah. I caught a lot of things during my time, so I'm glad you got it right, Jeremy.
Hot take James is the best. I think I was Rauch. It didn't matter.
Yeah, you know the pain.
No one can get Rauch right. It's fine. James, you have been at these voluntary practices. I have not been, frankly, because I'm off on Tuesdays and I'm lazy, I guess, and I have kids. But you and Joe have been there. I know you've been there. You don't miss a beat. What have you noticed so far in these past couple of weeks?
I mean, first things first, right, is the offensive line. Just looking at these veterans, it doesn't feel as big of a deal as it's been. And I hope we don't talk about the offensive line as much. I said that on my podcast this week. Like, I hope we're not talking about offensive line week 8. And some took offense to it, but most teams that have good offensive lines, you don't talk about it. So that's the first thing. The other thing, because we like in-shape updates, and of course, you know, I'm the workout guy who loves talking about that stuff.
Built bar.
I think Burrow is in as good of shape as I've seen him. I think he's leaner. I got to talk to him kind of like we're talking right now on Tuesday, and it was like, oh, Joe reached another level, and that's what happens when you're not rehabbing that left knee during the offseason. So just a couple little quick things, but a couple things that stood out to me.
You kind of touched on it already, the guy right behind us right now throwing a ball in L.A. Look, this is a full year, too, for Joe Burrow. Really his first healthy full offseason. Yep. What kind of a leap, realistically, can we expect out of this guy? Oh,
I mean, I think you can see him realistically and expect him to go from comeback player of the year and really high-end quarterback, top 8 to 10 quarterback, to, oh, it's Brady, it's Mahomes, it's Burrow. And not necessarily in that order, but that class, that elite class, he can vault to that this year.
What's amazing is that people talk so often about that Bengals offense not reaching its potential.
Yep.
Dude was number 6 in the league in passing yards last season. It's amazing to look back at that and now see him top 5 in those MVP odds and understand it's not like he was that far away, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4,600 yards last year, 34 touchdowns. But that's the thing is, to me, 5,000 is the expectation for all the fantasy football players out there. 5,000 yards, 40-plus touchdowns, maybe 45. I don't want to set it too high. I don't want to say 55 touchdowns and record and all that stuff. But you could easily see it. I mean, Joe Mixon had a lot of rushing touchdowns last year. What if half of those are Burrow passing touchdowns to Hayden Hurst, who brings another element? I think Boyd's going to have more touchdowns. So wouldn't be shocked at all if Burrow's numbers are much better this year.
Okay, Tyler Boyd is always constant hype man, and this week Tyler Boyd had something to say about this offense, calling them the team to beat. This team, on the whole, the team to beat. Check this out right now.
Definitely, because our eyes on us now, and now we get to control our own destiny. We can control how the outlooks of the game goes because we're a team that everybody think they can beat, and in my eyes, we can't be beat.
Okay, so Tyler Boyd always has the confidence. You expect that from him, James. As a fan, how much do you love hearing him say that? Or are you cautious, like, whoa, TB, chill a little bit? Do you like hearing him say that?
For sure. One, I think fans should embrace that. I think that should be this team's mindset because they had this huge weakness and they fixed it. And I keep going back to that.
Sure.
But the wide receivers, probably the best wide receiver trio in the game. They feel like they have the best quarterback in the game, even if you don't and you think he's 5th. Well, they think they have the best quarterback in the game. And so when you have that, most of the defensive pieces are coming back, and the defense carried them in the postseason. Why shouldn't they feel that way? I think that that's realistic, and as a fan, you should be excited about it because these guys know what the expectation is, what the standard is. And it's not 10-7. It's making another run to the Super Bowl.
I want to give you 3 things here, and you can pick which one you would put your money on, okay?
Okay.
Joe Burrow to win MVP.
Okay.
Joe Mixon to lead the NFL in rushing, because the AFC has the best backs in the league, let's face it. Joe Mixon to lead the NFL in rushing, or Jamar Chase to lead the NFL in receiving yards. So Joe Burrow MVP, Joe Mixon leads the NFL, Jamar Chase leads the NFL. What'd you take?
Jamar Chase.
Wow.
I think Jamar Chase. 1,400 yards last year.
Cooper has to come down at some point, right?
Cooper has to come down, but the other element, if this offense takes another step, and Jamar Chase takes another step, which is realistic. Now, numbers-wise, how realistic is it? Maybe a bit.
Yeah.
Can he get to 1,700 or 1,800? Because that could do it. And so, I think so. And there were a couple lulls last year during his rookie year. He might not have those lulls. It might just be a bunch of touchdowns and gritties and 100-yard touchdown receptions. So wouldn't be shocked at all if Chase leads the league in receiving yards.
Okay, before I let you go, James, I recently posted on social media a picture of my new kind of half-court basketball court at my house. This is my dream, man.
I'm jealous.
I've wanted this for years.
Yeah.
Spent too much money on it, but it's there now, and the kids love it, obviously. You want to come over and ball.
I do.
And you texted Joe and myself recently that you need a fourth person to come play, and I suggested Tony Pike. Mm-hmm. And you said you and Joe D against me and Tony Pike. Is that a fair matchup?
I think it's fair.
You think it's fair?
Yeah. Joe's better than you.
As you think?
Oh, I do. I think Joe has the edge. Who doesn't? Joe D and me versus Tony Pike and you. I like it. You get home court advantage.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter.
Can I ask how old you are on air?
I'm 30.
You're 30. Okay. You got about 6 years on me.
I'm the youngest of the four. I know that comfortably.
You're guarding Tony Pike?
I'm going to have to.
And it's me against Joe D. I got the height.
You really want me to guard you?
I'm going to put this on Twitter, and you guys can vote. I like Tony P and me against Joe D and James.
I mean, I like Tony P. I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the standard.
Oh, is this Joe D shame right now?
No.
Okay.
No. This is Jeremy Rauch.
Okay, that's fine. If I get hot, and I'm streaky, if I get hot on you and Joe D, it's game over. But the trash talk will continue.
You shoot like Draymond Green, don't you?
I can at times. Sometimes like Steph, though. You never know. James Rapien of Sports Illustrated and allbengals.com. Joe D is never going to let me live that one down. Thanks for joining us. We will hoop soon.
I can't wait. We're going to put it on social media.
Okay, we'll do it. My man, thanks.